Welcome back to Everything Broke.
Oh, yeah, welcome back to just miserable failure. Do we want to talk about it?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. So, the reason why yesterday's episode sounded kind of a little bit awkward and a little bit off at
and the previous episodes sounded more and more echoey as time was going on, too, if you had a sharp ear.
Yeah, maybe to you at least. But, our audio capture broke.
Again. Because we're pretty sure it was Adobe again. So I guess that's what we get.
It kind of shit the bed.
That's what we get for using Adobe CS5.
Whatever version.
Once again, we're here recording on short notice, serving them out hot and fresh. Because instead of us procrastinating, it's Adobe's fault. Blame Adobe.
Well, I mean,
everything. They broke Flash.
We would be recording more Dad of War, but we have to come back and finish this session because...
Yeah. Well, and our options were... We had two options. We could have either redone the levels that we were in. Just gone back and played them again. Or just talked over our footage that we'd recorded, because that stayed.
Which is here.
And we decided, let's just record over our footage, because... Then you get to see the true, what we discovered, what we had. We're not doing any grinding. We can just chill out. The friendships
we made along the way.
Yeah, we can just chill out. And just like anything else you do in life, the second time is never as good.
Yeah.
It's just never as good.
Except for sex.
Sex is always better the second time. Sex is always better the second time.
Never lives up to that first time.
That's the only thing that's better.
Never lives up to that first time.
But yeah, so this is now the failure session because the last attempt at it. I mean, we got 2 1/3 episodes out of it.
Yeah, now we got to finish this off.
We'll try to recreate it, stitch it back together, and
then another couple days we got to record more Dad of War, and then we got to go back to this.
So what is it you wanted to talk about today that you were putting off yesterday?
Oh my god, just like.
Oh! You had stuff that happened at work today. Yeah. I have no idea what happened.
So.
Okay.
I was supposed to work today.
In the evening.
What was an evening shift, basically like 12 to like 8:30, closing up the shop, all that.
Oh, right, because you close fairly early on weekdays.
Yeah, well, we close at 8 o'clock.
You close at normal coffee place time on weekdays.
Yes, not late. 1 hour later coffee days on weekends because I guess people need an extra hour of coffee on Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, Friday night at 9 p.m. is when you go to the grocery store and drink coffee, right?
Yeah, exactly. You need the coffee for an extra hour on Fridays and Saturdays.
You got to go out at night on a Friday night to the grocery store at 9 p.m. and drink some coffee. But, is that what you do? And I totally get getting some coffee when you're picking up some groceries for the potluck at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
I don't get doing it at 8:45 p.m.
Yeah.
But hey, if you're still profitable at 8:45 p.m. and it makes the company money, who's to,
We're not,
it makes sense. Oh, you're not. You should be closed at 8 or 8:30.
It's fucking dead.
Well, you'd think that Igneotaluses wouldn't care so much about you, considering they're not part of this war. Why are they fighting for Ganon? Whatever.
Because he promised them tasty lava rocks.
Oh, okay.
Or something.
All the gemstones they could eat.
Also, I could swear that the Taluses were bigger than that.
No,
maybe it's just
big
a Darunia to...
You're a big Goron. Those are to scale.
I was going to say, maybe it's just a Darunia.
This game got done so fast and so well. You don't think these are just the imported models? It might be a different engine, but these are the 3D models. They probably even rigged the same. I actually don't know what the engine is. My understanding is it is a different game engine. But it sure looks good, doesn't it? And it looks accurate.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah, so you had a rough work day.
Last night I went to bed, what was it, around like 2 o'clock? I was like, what would be a normal, I'm going to bed. I'll be up because I don't work until like noon, so still get 8 hours of sleep. It's not going to be that bad, right?
Uh-huh.
Right. So I get a message at like 7 o'clock this morning.
And it woke you up?
Everybody called out. We need you to come in immediately.
I mean, you can say no, right? It's you're not an indentured servant. You're allowed to say no. I guess you just don't open the coffee shop today, right?
Yes, well, no, because we are required to have it open, and bad shit will happen if not me goes in.
What bad shit happens to you? What are the consequences if you didn't go to work today? If you didn't go to work early today?
If I didn't go to work early today, I would come in to basically the entire area being destroyed by some idiot who does not know where anything is. They've moved everything around. They've fucked everything up.
Like, they would have called someone in from another store?
No, not even from another store. They would have had just someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. And it's like when you put like a 3-year-old in charge.
Do you know the 3-year-old that they would have called? Do you have someone in mind, or is this a hypothetical? Okay, it's not they're going to pull some random cashier that happens to have a food handling license over. There's a person who supposedly knows how to make Starbucks. Wow, you were really trying to figure out where to go here. I remember this.
Yeah, because it's not really clear.
You figure it out eventually.
Yeah. But it's like putting the 5-year-old in charge of watching the 3-year-old, and then they come out of the room when they come out to, like, hey, we got dressed to go to dinner, and the 3-year-old is wearing like a skirt on their head, and their face is covered in mud, and like that's why I had to go in because I don't
such a vivid analogy
because I don't trust
but
them.
I've been there. I have definitely worked overtime because I didn't trust the other people who would be offered overtime instead to do the job right. Oh no, you missed a yahaha there. I see it, and you're never gonna go back and get it. It's right behind where you are there. You saw it too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hindsight. Anyway, yes, I've definitely been there. Where, like, this person is gonna screw this up so much that it's gonna cause me so many headaches in the future. I just
need to fix it.
Yeah, I just need to handle it. And on the plus side, I don't know. I've done back in the day when I was Mr. Company Boy, not Mr. Company Boy, when I was so desperate and grateful to have my job in engineering when I was an apprentice, I would do the stuff like when they told me to work 20 minutes of unpaid overtime, I would. That was early on in it, and I got over that very quickly. But yeah, I but I also knew like it was worth it because the alternative headache was worse.
Exactly. So it was like. Still, I took my time getting there. It's not like I rushed out the fucking door at like 7 a.m. I was like,
piece of toast in your mouth.
I'm gonna fucking let me just crack my neck like 17 times.
No laugh at the piece of toast in your mouth.
Yeah, Japanese culture.
Yeah, because you got to bed at what 3?
Like 2 or 3.
It was 3. You've been playing Hades and staying up late.
A little bit, but I actually went to bed at a reasonable time. Like. Last night, before I actually got super tired, the only thing that I did super tired last night was I brought my headset upstairs for some reason, and I still don't know why.
Yeah, you made sure to bring attention to that.
Because I was just sleepy brain, and I still don't understand why I brought it upstairs. Anyway.
So you had a bad day at work. Was there more? Does it get worse, or was it just the getting called in and having to work alone on a... So,
it's having to work alone with no breaks until 5 hours in. Mm-hmm. And just dealing with the bullshit of just all the people. I want our coffee.
John's messaging you from home with a weird request about a prescription to pick up.
I actually didn't get that until I was almost off work.
So. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll fill the gamers in on that weird reference later.
But it was just like they don't understand what the fuck is going on because of course they don't. Why would they not understand why there's only one fucking person here when normally there should be like 2.5 people here?
Right.
And
you tell them if you don't like the wait, there's a full-size Starbucks in the parking lot. They've got like 6 people on staff right now. The thing that's
all on top of this, the like real bullshit that's all on top of this, is my work is doing their bullshit stupid inventory right now. Their yearly inventory. Alright?
For the whole store, correct?
For the whole store, including us. We already did our inventory. Our inventory is done. It's on paper. All they have to do is scan it in. They're holding our order hostage.
Until their inventory is done.
Until their inventory is done.
Oh no. Oh no ho. Oh no ho ho.
So,
because the Korok.
Yes. So, while this is all going on, while I'm the only fucking person here, we're completely out of a bunch of shit. And it's just constantly having to, like, deal with these people and them getting mad because, well, why don't you have this? Because Target's holding my fucking product hostage. Because, oh, well, while we're doing inventory, you can't just take one box out of the whole entire goddamn pallet that's just sitting there. And
subtract it, yeah.
And not even count it because it doesn't count until you scan the whole thing in and then it just scans the thing in.
Right. Oh, right. This is all on paper anyway at this point.
Yeah, it's like, you've already scanned in our stuff. And then, why can't I just take the box off the pallet and not, like, fuck with anything? And then when you scan it in, it'll still see, oh, the box is on the pallet. It's not going to be like...
Because inventory isn't really about tracking what you have. It's about seeing how much your employees are stealing and keeping control of them.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what I'm saying, right?
Like, it's not actually about cutting losses. It's about spying on your employees.
And resetting how much the amounts are actually at.
Yeah, but clearly this policy is because they want to see if someone is stealing, and it's easier to keep track of theft.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, all the numbers are there already. And, like, you have the numbers for what we have. You have the palette that's like, as soon as you scan it,
are you saying this is part 3 of companies don't know how to business?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like, I could take the box off of this palette
and
do fuck all with it. I could goddamn throw it in the
Adobe
goddamn
borked our
trash
session
can.
so you could bring another real life example into the topic.
Yeah.
Just how companies can't conduct themselves.
But like, I could take the box off the goddamn pallet and throw it out the fucking window, and it'll still count it as if we had it properly. Why can't I just take the goddamn product that I need? So these people stop being like, why can't I get my frou-frou drink?
Okay, so Amarith.
So John.
So I think I said recently that I almost had the medicines, right? We had doctor's appointments scheduled.
Yeah.
And then we got a call. I think we mentioned somewhere that we got called the day before my doctor's appointment. They said, actually, we don't take your insurance because we misunderstood. We thought it was Medicaid, even though John the Branch said multiple times on the phone it's not Medicaid. We kept repeating it's Medicaid and confused ourselves. So you have to find a new doctor. I called to find a new doctor today. And well, that's another story. Well, a related story. It's just frustrating that it takes 2 months and 10 phone calls to see a regular doctor just to get a doctor's appointment. But I'm sure socialized medicine is terrible and way worse. Really bad. And I'm sure they don't wait. I'm sure they wait more than 2 months to see a doctor in all the other countries with the socialized medicine that's free and not garbage, right?
I'm sure you're not rushed out the door by the doctor trying to get to his next patient.
No, you're sure you are in those socialized medicine places.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what I meant.
Even more so than in our system, yeah. So it's just frustrating. That was a minor frustration. But yeah, so I called our previous doctor to renew a prescription of mine because, I'm out of my Zoloft. I would like some more Zoloft. Even though it's a low dose, it's helping me. I want it. Please, called my doctor, got voicemail for his medical assistant because they're always. I assume they're just always busy and they just check voicemails, and they're never actually near where the phone is when it's ringing because that's not their job to be by the phone like that. So anyway, but I left a message, and by the end of the day, I got a text saying my prescription is ready for pickup at a different pharmacy.
My work. Yeah,
at the one at your work. So I messaged you asking you if you pick it up because there's the Walmart by our house, which is where I've been picking it up and having it filled. But apparently they had a request just sitting there from months ago for your work when I tried to get it refilled there one time. So, and now I got to get in and get this doctor's appointment hopefully within the next month, which might not happen. But if I go a few days without my Zoloft, I go a few days without my Zoloft. It's not going to be the end of the world. So, yeah, it's not going to be the ultra worst thing to ever happen, but it's certainly not the greatest.
But like the other thing that like terrible that happened was like once things finally got settled, I got another person in who was gonna be the other closer in the other area, but they're like, nope, fuck it, Starbucks is more important. We got to making like all the coffee and stuff that we need for the next couple days, like the next day or two. I start moving this giant like.
Wouldn't it have been way better if Daruk loaded himself in that cannon because he has the Daruk's protection that his grandson later used to do the same thing? Anyway, sorry.
You would think.
I mean, it's still a great game. Just that would have been a neat extra detail to throw in there.
But I'm carrying like 4 or 5 gallons of coffee over onto another like rack or something, and just like a quarter of it spills all over me, and I'm like, great, this is exactly how I wanted to end my fucking day today.
Because you had a bad day. Then I sang the song.
It
wasn't on key, and it's next time on the branch.